Am I audible?
Yep.
Can I start?
Yeah, start.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am Toastmaster Sangeeta Moran, and today I'll be the Sergeant at Arms of the meeting. I welcome everyone to the 29th meeting of WIN Toastmaster Club. Before we move ahead with the session, there are 3 ground rules that I would request everyone to follow. First, switch on your cameras and turn off your mic and unmute yourself only when asked to. Second, refrain yourself from speaking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. Third, avoid the usage of abbreviation. For example, instead of referring someone to as TMOD, use Toastmaster of the Day, or calling someone as TM Reva, use Toastmaster Reva. Since we are all connected through virtual podium, there might be some possibility of technical glitch. You might get disconnected, so don't get panicked. You will be reconnected within seconds. All our Toastmaster sessions are recorded and are being uploaded to YouTube. In case you miss it, you can have access to our YouTube. You can have access to our YouTube channel and watch it. So before I leave this podium, allow me to welcome someone who radiates positive energy. She is champion of speaking, and she is someone whom I inspire. Whenever she speaks, she mesmerizes everyone. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for our President Toastmaster Ruchira.
Thank you so much. First time acting Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Let's give a round of applause going for Toastmaster Sangeeta. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 28th chapter meet of WIN Toastmasters Club. Now, before we move ahead with the session, I'd like to welcome all our members as well as take a little bit of an introduction from our guests who are present here today evening. So I can see we have with us guest Dipti. If you'd like to introduce yourself and let us know about how you got to know about Toastmasters and what are your expectations from today evening.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. I am Deepti Gurnani. I am from originally from Uttar Pradesh and staying in Gurugram. And Toastmasters, I came to know from one of my good friend Shweta. You know very well, you know her. And she inspires me to like what to do and what is all about. And second, I think I came to know it from all videos I watched on YouTube, social media, and so that's a thing. And actually, I'm an artist and homemaker as well. So and I aspire cooking different cuisines. Just at home, I am trying to do something different. So that's the thing. And that's it. I want to hear from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Dipti. Thank you for coming today evening, and we hope you have a wonderful session with all of us at WIN Toastmasters Club. I can see we also have with us guest Toastmaster Madhushadan. If you'd like to please unmute yourself and let us know a little bit more about your expectations from the evening and how you got to know about today's session.
Oh, I am CS Madhusudan. I got invitation from Mrs. Nilu Sharma. She's a good friend of mine. And I have recently joined Globe Toastmasters Club.
Okay, thanks for coming today, and we hope you have a great evening with all of us. I can also see we have with us Amit Kumar. May I know if you're a Toastmaster or a guest?
Hi, Ruchira. I am actually a Toastmaster. I am from the Southly Toastmaster Club.
Okay.
And I came to know about this meeting from Toastmaster Nilu. And yesterday I spoke to Toastmaster Nilu and I asked from her how I can become a good speaker. So Toastmaster Nilu said, you have to join our club. You have to be there in our club. So I am here.
Okay, that's really nice to hear. Thank you so much for coming, Toastmaster Amit. And we hope that you definitely get what you've signed up for today evening. I can see we also have with us Toastmaster Lakshmi. Toastmaster Lakshmi, if you'd like to give a little bit of an introduction and how you got to know about today's session.
Hi, good evening, Toastmaster Ruchira. The source is you. I mean, I could say you got me. I mean, you gave me the introduction about this particular club, and it's really great to be here. And thank you, and I wish you all the very best for a great meeting.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi. We look forward to your evaluation today evening. Now, with that, I think that we've interacted with all our guests. I can see we have Dev Kumar Mitra. If you'd like to let us know a little bit about how you got to know about today's session and what are your expectations from today evening.
I got to know about you from my friend Satyadeep Basu.
Okay.
He introduced me in your meeting. I'm looking for improving of my public speaking. I asked him and he referred to your meeting.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful evening today and get to know more about what Toastmasters is all about. So, because I can see that we do have quite a few guests with us today evening, let me explain a little bit about what Toastmasters is. So, Toastmasters is an international organization that is dedicated to building better communicators and better leaders of tomorrow through a structured learning process of prepared speeches, impromptu speaking sections, and most of all, a continuous positive feedback cycle. At WIN Toastmasters Club, we provide a safe space where our members are empowered through words, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, before we proceed with the rest of the session, I have a little story that I'd like to share with all of you. So there was once this criminal who had committed a crime, and he was sent to the king for his punishment. And the king told him that he had two choices of punishment. He could be hung by a rope or take what's behind the big, dark, mysterious iron door. The criminal quickly decided that he wanted the rope. As the noose was being slipped around his neck, he turned to the king and he asked, just out of curiosity, what exactly is there behind the iron door? The king laughed and said, you know, it's quite funny. I offer everyone the same two choices, and everyone picks the rope. So the criminal said, so then tell me, king, what is behind the door? I mean, obviously, I can't tell everyone. The king paused and then answered, freedom. But it seems that most people are so afraid of the unknown that they immediately choose the rope. Now, what I love about this story is that it encourages people to overcome their fear. Because if you want to live your best life, you need to embrace the freedom of picking new choices and doing. After all, it's these new choices which can open the door to your ultimate happiness and success. And that's why I invite each and every one of you to make the most of today's Toastmasters session. At every opportunity that you get, overcome your fear, take the plunge and speak, even if it's just for 30 seconds to 1 minute in the table topic section. Give yourself that confidence to overcome that fear and to speak, and you'll see happiness and success coming your way. Now, to facilitate the meeting today evening, we have with us someone who acts as an anchor or the host of the entire session. And today she is a teacher, an HR manager, a wife, a mother of 2 children, and not to mention a budding orator herself. She joined Toastmasters in 2010 to improve her skills, and she is one of the most beloved figures of our Toastmasters community. A lady that embodies the idea of both beauty and brains. Please join me with a round of applause to welcome our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Nilu. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Please keep applaud going on. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruchira, for the wonderful, wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, I am in front of you all with a very big and provoking subject. Yes, parenting. It is very tough nowadays. I feel that it is quite difficult to manage children these days. During our time, we didn't have the courage to oppose our parents, but this time we have totally changed. And we don't have courage to oppose our kids. They cannot tolerate our restrictions and tend to become violent. I suffered a lot, so I thought, why don't I raise these questions in front of you all? So I want to ask Toastmaster Sangeeta, what do you think about parenting? Though I can understand you are a single, but you, I think you went along with your mother and all, and you have faced a lot, because this is very critical questions, because we all are facing. The generation gap is huge between us. So what do you think? Why this is? Over to you.
In my opinion, actually for everyone, parenting is a very difficult task. When actually I realize that parenting is difficult when I see my elder sister parenting. Actually, she is a mother, and I see her every time running after kids. Then I realized my mother also used to run after me like this only. So after that, I realized that how difficult it is to upbring a child, to give them good thoughts, to give them better education, to make them sleep in time, to make them eat in time. So it's a very hectic. All my respect to all the parents out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Please give big round of applause for her. We have a great personality with all of us. Toastmaster Lakshmi, her daughter is DTM Sipriyaji. I want to ask her how parenting challenges to her or she is enjoying. What is her thought about parenting? Over to you, ma'am.
Parenting is an interesting and exciting experience, I should say, because my daughters, the two precious one, I always call them as, they never gave me a chance to think, oh, parenting, what happened. But I would also like to tell you one thing, that my mother played a big role, huge role in this great, I should say, work, a job. When I was forced to move to Delhi due to my husband's job, my mother took care of my 1-year daughter, and she was really taking care of her almost for the next 9 years. So now I could say that the values, the culture, the virtues, what they are carrying, thanks to my mother. And now I'm following her trajectory, getting them groomed up. And I'm very happy, proud mother of 2 valuable daughters. Even my young one is also in the Toastmasters, and he is also distinguished Toastmaster. She's serving as VPPR at Central Florida Facilitators. So it's a Toastmaster family. I love being a mother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi ji. Please give thunderous round of applause for her wonderful thought. Friends, I feel the situation which we are going to handle now, we are the reason behind it. We have to find a way to improve this situation. I think the reason behind it is that we pamper them a lot and they become rebellious because of our wrong upbringing. I feel they may make decisions themselves. In a certain situation, we should not interfere, at least in this is their life. They might fail, but it's all right. It's their life, and they have to understand what responsibility is, how to build up their career, and how to shape up their life. Before I go further, I want to discuss the typical Toastmaster session. In Toastmaster session, we conduct 3 sections: prepared speech section, table topic section, and evaluation section. In the same way, when we gave birth to our kids, we pampered them, we prepared them, we made sure that they would become a very good child or a great success in their life. And when they are in teen age, the questions bombarded to us. Why? Why it is like this? Yes, same like table topic. And at last, when they get something and when they succeed in their life, maybe some of got failed to, then we feel where we lack, where we should do much more better. So for that, we have evaluation section. When I ask evaluator, before I introduce her, I want to say she is a mother figure for me. She is a friend for me, and she is very lovely person. She is just a one call away and a very good human being. When I asked, what is parenting for you? She replied, parenthood is a mixture of joy and anxiety, but totally worthy. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Panna, the General Evaluator of the day. Over to you, ma'am.
Let's keep it going for the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nilu. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu, for picking up such a fantastic theme. Good evening, everyone. As introduced, I'm the General Evaluator, and my role is to generally evaluate everybody who speaks or performs a role today. To help me with this task, I have two teams. One is a team of evaluators, speech evaluators, and another is a team of tagged role players and the active listener. Now, the tagged role players is the timer T, our counter A, and Grammarian G. I will request them to come one by one to introduce their role. So first, I would like to request the timer Toastmaster Ruchira to introduce her role today. Over to you, Toastmaster Ruchira.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. So my role as timer is to keep track of the time used by each and every person who takes the podium today. And I will be doing this by using 3 colored timing cards. So I will be changing my virtual background and showing the green card at the minimum time, the yellow card at the mean time, and the red card at the maximum time. I'll present my report at the end of the session when the General Evaluator calls for it. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruchira, for the crisp introduction for your role. Now it's time for the counter, Toastmaster Nasima, to come onto the virtual podium to introduce her role. Toastmaster Nasima, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. As a role of our counter, my responsibility is to take note of the filler words and crutch words used by speakers. The filler words and crutch words are something like actually, basically, I mean, are should be avoided to enhance the quality of speech. I'll present my report when I'm asked upon to do so. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasima. Please also keep track of long and short pauses, unintentional ones. Okay. So now it's time to hear from the grammarian, Toastmaster Amrita. Toastmaster Amrita, please introduce yourself. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, General Evaluator. My role today would be to take down and mark down all the good and not so good usage of the words, pronunciation, and of course, English grammar. In doing so, I also get the opportunity of bringing to you the word of the day. The word of the day that I bring to you would be melange. If I could get these rights to share, I have a document here.
Yes, you can share.
The topic, thanks to our Toastmaster of the day, is a mix of emotions, is a mix of memories, is a mix of experience that we have. And of course, the parenting process in itself involves a lot of mix of ingredients that go in it. So the word today is a word from French language, mélange, which means mix or an amalgamation or a medley of things. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Grammarian Toastmaster Amrita, and also please keep a track and request everybody to show a thumbs up when someone uses the word of the day. Thank you. And now it's time for the listening master, Toastmaster Sangeeta, to introduce her role. Toastmaster Sangeeta, over to you.
Being a good listener is as important as being a good speaker. Today, as a listener, I will note interesting tidbits of information from any speaker and ask questions near the end of the session to see who's more attentive and a good listener. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. A big round of applause for all the tag role players and the active listeners. With this, I would like to hand over the virtual podium to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nilu. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Please give big round of applause. So friend, we were talking about parenting. I want to clear that I suffered a lot because I was a working mother. And my kids had a lot of demands. And I felt I am working for them, so I should fulfill all the demand. Whenever they ask anything, I try to give them. After some time, I felt that it was at the exact moment that a sense of entitlement is defined as an unrealistic, unmerited, or inappropriate expectation of favorable living condition and favorable treatment at the hands of others. I felt where they are going on. It means that a person expects to be handed everything in life without having to work for it. They expect to treat it better. They expect to have the best things, and they expect others to provide it for them because for one reason or another, they unrealistically think they deserve it. So at one point of time, we have to stop it. Moving further, I want to start first section of Toastmaster, that is prepared speech section. When I asked that first speaker, evaluator, what is parenting according to you? She replied, agree to what to Matt Wells said. Parenting is the easiest thing in the world to have an opinion about, but the hardest thing in the world to do so. It's a 24/7 and 365 days job, no retirement. So please help me welcome first evaluator, Toastmaster Charulata. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Lakshmi, will be delivering speech from the Path Dynamic Leadership Level 3, Speech 1, Project Negotiate the Best Outcome. Title, I Like Deal. Timekeeper, please take a note of the speech timing, 5 to 7 minutes. Now, to the criteria. The purpose of this project is to learn about the different types of negotiation and the strategies that can be used when negotiating. You may choose to reflect on the strategies you used or those that you believe would be the most beneficial in the future. Your speech can be persuasive, humorous, informational, or crafted in any style that appeals to you and supports your speech content. And I wish my speaker all the very best, and I'll be back with my evaluation when called upon by the General Evaluator. Back to the Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Charulata. Please give big round of applause for her. So, friends, please help me welcome our first speaker, whose speech title is I Like Deals. I Like Deals, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for changing my speech, the speech order, and that was very great of you people. I was once talking to my dad. Dad, my annual exams are going to end next month. What is your plan for annual vacation, the summer vacation? Is there anything? My dad looked at me, rather stared at me and said, I want to make a deal. I got excited. I like deals. Please proceed, Dad. But deal without negotiation is coffee without milk, feast without dessert, heart without feelings. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear friends. Negotiation is a great art. It's interconnected with deal to have a soft and no no chaos or no sort of the fights or anything that discomforts between two parties. Hence, negotiation is always required when you want to make a deal. As for Toastmasters, there are 4 types of negotiations. The first one is a personal one, where 2 parties are doing the negotiation. How many of you, while getting up in the morning till the time you go to bed, ask for 2 rupees, 5 rupees negotiation and bargaining with vegetable vendors? How many of you bargaining with your manager for the salary or perks? That's what I did with my father when I was discussing with him where we have to go, and we were negotiating 1-to-1. Number 2, it's a team. Like there are 2 people, 1 team, and 2 or more people from 2 teams are discussing and negotiating between them. The one person, one team, they keep their opinions and on the table, and the other person, they keep their opinions, ideas on the table, and both of them discuss, co-negotiate, and come to the conclusion. The best example for that, which I would like to tell you, is the India and England test series, which got the 5th test got cancelled because of the safety and because of the COVID incidents. Both the team, they sat and they said, okay, we will just close the trip, the series right now. Maybe they have the discussion, they postpone this test somewhere in future. So this is the team negotiation. And the third one is multi-party negotiation, where it's not only 1-2 teams which are there, multiple teams which are there in the negotiation. All of you must be watching IPL, which was supposed to be there in April itself, but it has been dragged. But why? It is still there. Plenty of team decided in between, and now they have come to the negotiation, neither in India nor in any other place, but now they are going to have it in Dubai because they have made a deal and the negotiations between all the 8 to 10 teams. They want to have the thing. Everything have to be there. They have to get the result. They have to achieve the goals. But for that, the teams had the discussions between them. There is the 4th negotiation type, which is basically adversarial negotiation type, because the person who is very authentic or very tough, he always wins. But the person who is little want to talk about, want to think about the long-term relationship, they lose us for the time being, but there is always conflicts and competition that been going on between these two for a long time. That's what happened with me when I was doing my 12th standard. We had the two groups are one of the top and toughest groups. One is science, ours is maths. We always have to have a tug and war, and they were our arch rivals. Pakistan, we call them always as Pakistan, and they were always arch rival. Till the last day of my schooling, used to have tough competition between both these classes. So it was a never-ending process. The person who is strong always wins the thing. The next day, the other person wins. So it's always like that. I would feel the personal negotiation is always better, and the team negotiation for the benefit of the organization or for the benefit of the country, it's a great one. We all have been having the negotiation skills in our life. We have to, there is no other option. And people like India, in country like India, we have people, the shopkeepers, or every stage. The moment you get down from your home, every step, you need to meet the negotiation. There is a bar. But I had been doing in my personal and professional life as an executive vice president in an export house for the past 27 years. I have learned now how to make a deal with all these 4 negotiations. How about you, Toastmaster of the Day? Thank you.
Please give thunderous round of applause for the wonderful, wonderful speech. I must say it was a melange of the negotiations in your speech. Thank you so much for sharing with all of us. So this is the time for our next speaker. And before calling her, I want to call her evaluator. When I asked, what is parenthood from your view, please tell me, she replied, parenthood, it's hard, very hard, because your child will follow your example, not your advice. Your children will become who you are. So be what you want them to be. So I have to close my eyes if they are like me. Thank you so much. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Jayati, the evaluator of second speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you for giving me such an elaborate introduction. Today, I am going to evaluate Toastmaster Vandana, and she is going to give her icebreaker speech. And after the evaluation, I will give my evaluation details onto the General Evaluator as and when called upon to do so. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayati. Now, this is the time for our speaker, Toastmaster Vandana. When I asked, what is parenthood for you? She replied, more than a parent, a mother should be a friend to their kids. First, who understand and lends an ear every time, irrespective of what they went to talk about. Toastmaster Vandana is a single mother and she worked a lot for their kids. I really admire for her. So this is the time for Toastmaster Vandana. I asked twice for her speech title but could not get. Sorry for that. Toastmaster Vandana, please come and share your speech title and start your speech now. Over to you, ma'am. You are on mute.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Actually, I'm on the way to the hospital with my mother. I was in the ambulance, but I just got down and I'm in a shop. From there, I'm presenting my speech.
Great. Toastmaster Vandana's mother is in hospital. She is suffering a lot. So sorry to hear that. Toastmaster Vandana, over to you. Is the connection is okay?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
Yeah.
Who are you proud of? I am proud of my daughter.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can you on your video? Is it possible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm in a shop.
It's okay.
Who are you proud of? I am proud of my daughters, and they are too proud of me. And everybody in my family and in my relatives appreciate me for my parenting. Good evening, our ever charming President Toastmaster Ruchira, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. A star fell from the galaxy in a residence of Sri Hiralaji Podar in Guwahati. And angel was born. She was none other than me, Vandana Podar Bagaria. Father's lucky charm, a bold and beautiful, talented girl with a tomboy nature. And my mother always used to scold me for my tomboy nature. And when she scolded me in front of my father, they ended up having a fight. Once I got hurt on my nose, and my father took me to a doctor. Well, doctor advised for stitching. But my father told my daughter should not get any pain. And he took me to another doctor where I was treated with the medicine. I was innocent too. My innocence can be seen when once my sister came from school and told me that she flunked in her exam. I got shocked. I felt very bad for her. I immediately prayed to God and bribed that if my sister had not flunked, I would do the fasting next day without having any food. Immediately, my sister came to me and told me that she lied. She came first in her class. But the next day, the whole day I was starving without having any food. In the year 1988, I was traveling to Kolkata for my sister's marriage ceremony, marriage preparations. As soon as the flight about to take off, it hit an ox on the runway and it had to make an emergency landing. I was so scared because smoke started coming out from the wheels. I ran to the door. A air hostess was opening the door. As the door was opened, I jumped from there and then started running. When I saw back, no passengers were there. I saw all the passengers were getting down with an evacuation sleeper. And I was very much interested in studying in a hostel. I got admission in Shillong. But alas, there, the strikes and agitation started. And I had to take admission back to Guwahati. After my 12th, I took admission in law college, but I could not complete in my law. I got married to a businessman. After 2 years of my marriage, our business started downfall. And my ego, my pride never allowed me to take help from my father. I started taking classes like painting, softwares, etc., making softwares, etc. Once I had an absent-minded nature too, which everybody has in their old age, but I have in this age too. I was teaching them painting. I was just cleaning my painting brush on that black color. Suddenly I saw that girl, she was smiling. I asked her the reason. She told me that, Auntie, you are cleaning your brush with my skirt, which was black in color. And then after 1 year of my marriage, my first daughter was born after 1 year of my marriage. Before the birth of my second daughter, my husband passed away. And it was a tragic moment for me. It was a painful moment for me. My brother wanted me to stay with him or with my in-laws, but my self-right never allowed me to stay with them. I took a rented flat and shifted with my 2 angels there. I started my own girls' PG, and I can proudly say that this girls' PG in Guwahati was the first and the very famous PG in Guwahati. Leader. I am a born leader. Leadership flows in my blood. I joined many organizations like Lions Clubs International, Friends of Tribal Society. My very active, proactive nature made me to hold many positions, many designations in Lions Clubs, and also got many awards and medals. My absent-mindedness can be seen once when I was writing a message for my organization. So I just took out my spec, my reading glasses, and started to typing message. And I saw that the brightness of my mobile was very low. I just increased the brightness and typed the whole message. When I was about to keep the sunglass in its case, I saw my reading glass. In that case, I saw my reading glass was already there. Then I realized that I typed the whole message with my sunglasses. With this, I think it's every unfortunate, and we can get fortunate in every misfortune. So I sailed in a boat of struggle with the faith on God and came out with the flying colors of success. With this, over to you, TMOD, Nilu ji.
Please give thunderous round of applause for Toastmaster Vandana. From today onwards, I become a great fan of you. Yes, if you want to say something, ask a man, and if you want to do something or done by something, ask a woman. And Toastmaster Vandana proved it. She was on the way and she delivered her speech. It was really amazing. Now, I would like to request timer of the day. Please share the timing of both of the speakers. Are they qualified?
Toastmaster Nilu, the timings for Toastmaster Lakshmi are 6 minutes 40 seconds, and for Toastmaster Vandana 7 minutes 17 seconds. Both are qualified.
Thank you so much. I would like to request, please launch the vote for the best speaker. Poll for best speaker, please.
Yes, Toastmaster Reva will be launching the poll.
The poll has been launched, and out of 17, I have received 10 votes. We have the results. I'll end the poll. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Moving further, I was talking about how we should do and what we should do for a better conduct of our kids. Being entitled isn't just a determination when they are young. It can carry over into adulthood. It starts by teaching responsibility. Point 1, have a clear consequence and follow through. Your child needs consistent consequence that fit the crime. If your child knows that doing something wrong results in a certain consequence, they will quickly change their behavior. Number 2, stop yelling and nagging. If your child does not show responsibility or consistently breaks the rule, don't yell. Stop nagging and hold them instantly responsible. Implement the consequence. Stop bailing them out. My son forgot his homework 2 days in a row. Both days I emailed the teacher and said it was done. He had a rushed morning and forgot it. By the 3rd day, when he forgot it, he was on his own. He needed to learn to take better care of his responsibilities, and by bailing him out, all he learned was that mom was going to fix it. After he missed a few recesses, remembering his homework moved a top priority. And the last, don't cave. On the winning and complaining, it hurts my ears. Then the tears which hurt my heart. You have to stay strong. Don't cave into their wants and demands. So friends, this is the time of our next segment, that is table topic section. For that, we have a very lovely personality. She's a great learner, and whenever you call her to do any work, she's just a call away. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Reva, the table topic master of the day. Toastmaster Reva, the podium is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Niluji, for such a wonderful introduction. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Reva, the table topic master for this table topic session, which is the impromptu speech delivery session. Each speaker here gets an opportunity to speak about 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper hand. And the guests have the privilege of changing their topics once, which the Toastmasters don't. And since our Toastmaster of the Day had such a powerful theme today, I decided to go for a light-heartening table topic session, and I have prepared some really fun table topics, and I request everyone to kindly volunteer and write their names on the chat box and enjoy this session. If I don't find any volunteers, I'll have to pick people randomly, and so I would request each one of you to kindly volunteer. Okay, so we don't have volunteers yet, but I would like to start by asking Toastmaster Mahashweta.
Sure.
Okay, so your topic is describe yourself in terms of food. Describe yourself in terms of food. Toastmaster Mahashweta.
You know, I'm exactly like that kind of food which have all taste. Something tangy, something sweet, something sour, and little bit of bitterness, and little bit of hotness. Hotness in the sense of, you know, the chilies and all. When I see myself, I feel, when my kids tell me about myself, I feel that I'm a combination of all taste. So not one food can tell me what I am. When I came here in Toastmaster, I saw most of the ladies are very sweet. I haven't found anyone who has any other taste. But believe me, after doing Toastmaster, my children says that the sweetness in me has grown. You know why? Because the commendation, recommendation, and commendation. Now, if I tell them one bad thing, I tell them 4 good things. And once I tell them that, I am the sweet mommy. So I feel that, yes, we do have all kinds of tastes in us, but the more sweetness sometimes help you to get the best role in the home. So that's it. What do you think, table topic master?
I loved your speech. Wow, now that was a really good one, Toastmaster Mahashweta. So we have another speaker who is Toastmaster Amit. So Toastmaster Amit, are you ready for your topic?
Yes, Reva, I am ready.
Okay, so your topic is, if you could choose any two famous people to have dinner, with whom would you go? If you could choose any two famous people to have dinner with, whom would you go? Over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
So right now, the people that if I have to choose with whom I have to go for the dinner, so obviously one of them would be Elon Musk, because I am very inspired the way he grown up in his life. And apart from that, I am very big fan of his due to his reading habit, because he gives his all credit of his success to books. So one of them, obviously, I would like to go dinner or a dinner date with Elon Musk. And another person with whom I would like to go, and that is Priyanka Chopra, because I would like to go with her because she's a really inspiring lady, a lots of confidence. She speaks from heart, and apart from that, she's a means very good. And apart from that, she's doing great job in his personal and professional life. So these are the two people with whom I want to go lunch, any dinner date. But apart from these are the, because you restricted me with two people, so I gave the name of these two. But there are so many people with whom I would like to go for dinners, and obviously I don't want to miss the few Toastmasters with whom I would like to go for the dinner date. So thank you, Toastmaster Eva, for giving me opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit. Talking about your first guest, I would also say you that Elon Musk is definitely the wisest choice. And talking about Priyanka Chopra, well, everyone knows what a wonderful lady and how strong and empowering she is. So definitely good choices. So next, can I invite our guest, Dipti, to come over the virtual podium?
Yes.
Okay, so your topic is, what fictional world or place would you like to visit? What fictional world or place would you like to visit? Over to you.
Can I change the topic, please?
Yes, definitely. Okay, so your next topic will be, what are some of your guilty pleasures? What are some of your guilty pleasures? Guess it too.
First of all, I would like to say that guilty pleasures, it's a thing which I might not say that I'm not guilty about anything, but somehow some things are there which I will find that I'm guilty. But so many times when I'm cooking food and when I'm doing any art, and some mistakes are happening. So that's the thing, when I'm finding myself guilty, that why I am not prepared for that, why I have not taken it seriously to learn it from beginning, so that maybe this would not have, I have not done any mistakes. So that's the thing. And just now I'm not getting any ideas to say. But I like the topic of Toastmaster Amit, which you asked about. No, what two persons would you like to go? That I like I was thinking about those in my mind, and what you gave me very different idea. Thank you. That's today my first day, so
Thank you.
that's it. I want to say.
Yes.
Thank
Completely.
you.
It's completely all right. We would love to see you as a Toastmaster and join us with many more table topic sessions. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah.
So can I have volunteers, or I'll have to pick? Toastmaster Shruti, are you there? Toastmaster Shruti? Okay, I think she might not be there. Okay, so we'll move on with Toastmaster Nasima. Would you like to give it a try?
Yes, Toastmaster Reva. I'll try.
Okay. So your topic is, if you could rename yourself, what name would you pick? If you could rename yourself, what name would you pick? Over to you, Toastmaster Nasima.
Thank you, table topic master Reva. If I get a chance to rename my name, I will not pick any name because I'm satisfied with what my name is. Because my name means cool breeze in Arabic. I like that term and I am satisfied with that name because definitely the parents will be having so much to think and name the child when it was born. Being a first child and child, definitely I will be named with so much of love and passionate by my parents. So I don't want to change my name.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasima, for that.
I love the name. I in my class. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasima. You got a bit disconnected, I think, in between, and I could not hear it for the last part, but definitely it was a very beautiful take. And why not? The name Nasima itself is so beautiful. Thank you so much for participating. I would like to next ask Toastmaster Charulata.
Toastmaster Reva, Toastmaster Sangeeta has written in chat.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day Nilu, for informing me. Okay, Sangeeta, so are you ready for your topic?
Yes.
Okay, so your topic is, if you could hang out with any one cartoon character, who would you choose and why? If you could hang out with any one cartoon character, whom would you choose and why? Over to you.
Thank you for the topic, Toastmaster Eva. I would choose Doraemon. From childhood, I was very into watching Doraemon. I love to watch Doraemon. Every time he picks up gadget, help Nobita, I really like it. So I want to experience how will it feel like if I have a day with Doraemon. I will ask him some gadget and maybe for one day I would like to have some enjoy and I would like to ease my work for at least one day. So my choice will be Doraemon. I will ask him to ease my work and maybe I'll ask him something that will ease my work in future. I know that will be a bit of selfishness, but it's okay. You can do it. Even actually, it's not even real. So I think Doraemon is my option. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for that beautiful take. And yes, who would not love choosing Doraemon because he has so many gadgets and he can definitely ease away all our pains. So next, I don't see any names on the chat box, but Timer, do we have time for a few more topics?
Toastmaster Eva, this was the last according to the agenda.
Okay, no issue. So we'll end our session here. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating. And I would request the members who did not participate, kindly start participating, as this opportunity will really help everyone, help you specifically to grow and to increase your self-confidence. With this, I would like to hand over the podium to our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nilu.
Please keep applaud going on. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Eva, for the wonderful table topic session and wonderful topics. Moving further, we were talking about parenting. So I have few last tips to share with you all. What every child needs to know. Money doesn't grow on trees. If you want money, you work for it. You may have to save up for big ticket items. Everything in life is earned: money, power, and respect. Responsibility starts with them. You are not going to always be there to bail them out. Life is not fair. So with this, I want to call our General Evaluator to the podium and want to listen what tips she is going to share with all of us. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Panna, the General Evaluator of the evening. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nilu. Wow, I have been really enjoying your theme on parenthood. Thank you for that. Let me quickly call on to the first evaluator for today, Toastmaster Charulata, to evaluate Toastmaster Vandana's speech. Toastmaster Charulata, the podium is yours.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, everyone, and I hope my speaker is here.
Yes, I am, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Toastmaster Lakshmi, you delivered a wonderful speech. I hope you all enjoyed as I did. I would like to give a big applaud for your wonderful speech. Your speech had a good opening, and I love the way you enacted the conversation between your father and yourself. And also you explained very well with examples the 4 types of negotiation. First, let me tell you what I loved about your speeches. Throughout the speech, I could see that you maintained that smiling and cheerful face. I loved that. There was no tension, and I felt that you were really confident. And then there was good eye contact and good usage of vocabulary. And you made your speech in such a way that it was easy to understand. And we could understand what you wanted to convey. Very nice speech. One suggestion, what I would like to say is, even though the opening and the body of the speech were interesting, I would say, but I felt the ending was little abrupt. And you had little enough time, I think, to say something in the ending. You could have conveyed, or you could have told something about, you ended off like, I was actually expecting more, that you were going to say something, and then you would end with a very nice example or quote or something like that, or at least you could have said something very nice and then you could have ended your speech. But it was really abrupt. So I was wondering, oh, where did I miss? What did I miss? So that was the only suggestion what I had. Otherwise, your speech was marvelous. And with my suggestion, a little small suggestion, I think you are going to rock the stage in your future speeches. And back to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Charulata. That was a very great evaluation indeed. Toastmaster Charulata, this is a few feedback for you. Your commendations, you gave 4 commendations. That is so motivating for a speaker. So that is very well done. But for an evaluator, we need some more feedback so that we can improve better. Most of us are aware of our strong points, what we have done good. So we needed to point out a bit where improvements can come across. Though the recommendation that you gave was very, very valid and very on point. When you were giving the criteria of your speech, over here, we do not tell the title. The evaluator does not mention the title, that the Toastmaster of the day does. But an evaluator needs to mention the time criteria for the speech. You needed to tell that. The timer, please note, the time limit for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes.
Yes, I had mentioned.
Okay, I might have missed that out.
Yeah, I mentioned before explaining the criteria.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for pointing out. So that was the only thing, only the recommendations, a few more recommendations for could have been pointed out. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Charulata. Big round of applause for her. Toastmaster Lakshmi, I absolutely agree with all the commendations that Toastmaster Charulata said. You had great body language, fantastic gestures and vocabulary. My recommendation for you is, please don't start your speech by thanking what happened and the situation that you were allowed to be the first speaker. That the general audience may not know. Okay, Toastmaster Lakshmi, you're here.
She had to drop out early today. That's why she requested an early slot, but I'll convey the...
No. Is she still here in the meeting?
Yes, she is. She's here in the meeting.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you. And Toastmaster Lakshmi, when you're giving a speech, before you start, please check your camera position so your hands are not going out of screen like mine is now. And you use the stage front and back. You had 4 types of negotiation skills. So if you would have gone left to right also, it would have been great. And of course, I agree with your evaluator that your conclusion was a little abrupt. Maybe you could have elaborated more. What is the type of negotiation skill that you use and how you use it? That could have used, incorporated humor also in that. So a fantastic speech. Toastmaster Lakshmi, thank you for coming here and say hi to the TM Shivpriya. She is a very dear friend. With that, I would like to call upon the second evaluator for today, Toastmaster Jayati. Over to you, Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests, and a special good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Vandana. First of all, congratulations on delivering your first speech on Toastmasters, especially Toastmasters, WIN Toastmasters. Actually, I didn't feel it was an icebreaker, but rather an ice cream breaker, because you delivered the speech so smoothly as if you were slicing through an ice cream. You gave a speech when you're in the hospital with your mother. That itself spoke about how strong a person you are and your dedication towards your commitment. A few commendations for you. Your vocal variety was superb. I was so scared. You said it so well. Stressing on sentences like, I was innocent too. I felt very bad for her. Super. How you talked about your involvement at various stages in your life, the various organizations, and you emerged as a leader. Wonderful, beautiful story we heard from you. Toastmaster Vandana, a few recommendations for you. I understand what you're going through right now, but still it is my duty as an evaluator to give you certain recommendations according to me. First of all, your camera position, which was understandable. I guess you didn't have a place to put it on the eye level. So I suggest the next time you're giving a speech, you put your camera at the eye level. Second one is that there were no hand gestures and pauses. We can get fortunate in every misfortune. We can get fortunate, pause, in every misfortune. Because pauses are very important for the audience to digest what you are speaking. You gave a wonderful speech on the whole. In conclusion, I would say that overall your speech was great. You didn't just break the ice, you shattered it. All the very best. I wish you all the very best for all your future speeches and wishing your mother a very speedy recovery. Thank you so much for accommodating me as your evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayati. Fantastic evaluation indeed. A big round of applause. Toastmaster Jayati, you did a perfect commendations, 3 commendations, 3 recommendations. I was looking for the summary a bit. And Toastmaster Jayati, even if it's an icebreaker speech, we need to give the criteria. What is an icebreaker? It is when a Toastmaster introduces herself to the members of the club, where we get to know a little bit of herself. We needed to know which path she is following and the time criteria for the speech. Did you say that? Or did I miss it again? I didn't see you did say that. Okay. So these things need to be told. If you had noticed, the timer, Toastmaster Ruchira very nicely did not mention the time for the speeches because it is the evaluator who's going to mention it. So you need to tell the time criteria. Otherwise, very well done. Please remember the conclusion next time. Toastmaster Vandana, are you here? Toastmaster Vandana is not in a meeting, so I will give her her evaluation offline, but I think she is a very, very inspiring, and what can I say? I'm so inspired by her dedication, the way she still took a space out to give her speech because she had committed that she will give a speech. Hats off to her. I'm so inspired. With, yes, a big round of applause for Toastmaster Vandana, and I hope her mother recovers really soon. With that, I would like to get the timer report, please, for the table topic speakers, right?
Yes, Toastmaster Panna, for both table topics and
Topic
evaluators.
Yes,
Right.
timer report for both table topics and evaluators, please.
So for table topics, we had Toastmaster Shweta with 1 minute 20 seconds, Toastmaster Amit 1 minute 26 seconds, Toastmaster Dipti, guest Dipti 1 minute 6 seconds, Toastmaster Nasima 1 minute 9 seconds, and Toastmaster Sangeeta 58 seconds. So other than Toastmaster Sangeeta, everyone else is qualified for voting. And for evaluation, we had Toastmaster Charulatha with 2 minutes 18 seconds and Toastmaster Jayati with 2 minutes 16 seconds. Again, both are qualified for voting. So Toastmaster Panna, if we can ask for our Sergeant at Arms to release the voting form for both right now.
Sergeant at Arms, you heard your president. Please release the voting form. With the timer report, that is one more recommendation to both the evaluators. You have some more time. Please use the time better.
Right.
We have received votes for the evaluator part. Now I'll be releasing the polls for the table topic session.
I can continue.
We have received 9 votes. We'll close the voting polls in 10 seconds. Yeah, we'll end the poll. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reva. Now I will quickly evaluate the table topic speakers. The first speaker, Toastmaster Mahasweta. Your topic was, is she in the meeting, Mahasweta?
Yes, I'm there. I'm there.
Mahasweta, your topic was describe yourself in terms of food. You jumped straight into the topic very nicely. It said that you have a little bit of heat, you have a sweetness and all that, connected it to evaluation in Toastmasters, very well done. But maybe you could have connected it to one food in particular or mixture, you know, that mixture that we have, chanachur that we say in Bengali, that has sweet, sour, heat, everything. And you could have said a little more with that because you needed to connect yourself to one specific food. I understood that at that point of time, you couldn't get one food which connects with all those things. So good attempt. A big round of applause to you. Second speaker, Toastmaster Amit. Any 2 famous people to have dinner with, who would you go? Wow, you picked really 2 great people. Elon Musk, because he likes his reading habit, habit, and Priyanka Chopra, fantastic. I would have loved it if he could have elaborated on where would you like to go for dinner with them. Maybe Elon Musk, a formal place, and Priyanka Chopra to a romantic place. You could have, developed it, added some masala and drama to it, and we would have enjoyed your table topic speech more. So a big round of applause to you. Table topic speaker 3, guest Deepti. Guest Deepti, the very fact that you got excited about speaking in table topic session was awesome. Yes, I know when you hear a topic, your mind starts thinking on those lines. So that is exactly what happened to you. It happened to all of us. Don't worry. You spoke well. Whatever you spoke about, what are your guilty pleasures? You spoke very well. As you get more experience, you will see your flow of thought is more smooth and you'll be able to speak more. So a big round of applause to get speak.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please keep coming. Now the 4th speaker, Toastmaster Nasima. If you could rename yourself, what name would you pick? And what name would you pick? Toastmaster Nasima, I love the way you stuck to your guts and said, no, I like my name Nasima and I want to go with it. And you explained why, because the parents picked it with so much of love and everything. Superbly done. Maybe a little bit more you could have expanded. It ended very fast. Maybe you could have spoken about how does your personality match that cool breeze, right? That is the only thing you could have expanded on. You could have, spoke a little bit how cool you are in situations and something like that. And that would have taken you to the 2-minute line. Okay, Toastmaster Naseema, that's my feedback to you. The fifth speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta. If you could hang out with a cartoon character, who would you choose and why? Toastmaster Sangeeta, you are so cute. Doraemon. Okay, that shows how young you are. You straight away picked Doraemon and you went with it and you told why. And I would have really loved it if you could have developed a beautiful story along with Doraemon. What all you could have done with Doraemon that day. You are hanging around with him, right? With gadgets you would choose and what you would do with it, what adventures you can go on, something like that. Expand your story. Whenever you choose something, those in table topics, you need to make it, you need to go deeper and deeper to make it go the 2 minutes. Okay? So Toastmaster Sangeeta, that was my feedback for you. That was the feedback on all the speakers who spoke on that session today. Now I would like to take the report from the tag role players. Toastmaster Ruchira is over. Toastmaster Ruchira, is there anything else you would like to report on? No, you're over. Thank you, Toastmaster Ruchira. I love the way you introduced your role, kept it crisp, and that is what Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Satyadeep has been telling us, and so many timers are not following it. You did it very well, and I really love the fact that you told how you're going to show the time. It is by virtual background. So a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ruchira. Toastmaster Naseema, now can we have your report, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. My report are as follows. Toastmaster Charu, 1 1 Toastmaster Lakshmi, first speaker, she had 1 short pass. Speaker Toastmaster Vandana, 1 short pass and 1 repetition. Guest Amit Kumar, 2 times. Toastmaster Sangeeta, few repeats. Toastmaster Naseema, multiple R's. Rest were flawless. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Counted Toastmaster Naseema. You know what is the best thing about you? It's the clarity of your voice. It comes across so well on the speaker. Everything is very, very clear. And you did a very good job as an counter today. Your introduction of your role as well as your report was awesome. Big round of applause to you. Now I would like to call upon the Grammarian for today, Toastmaster Amrita, for her report.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I have the report ready. The word of the day, melange, was used by Toastmaster Nilu only once. We could have used it multiple occasions, I noted, our life, cuisines, so many things. So maybe we can carry it on from here on. Some real good ones, which I felt and I will be taking away from today's meeting, will be strong and empowering lady, Priyanka Chopra. Everything is earned, money, power, and respect. Amazing thought, Toastmaster Nilu. Icebreaker to ice cream maker. This was amazingly innovative, and I'll probably keep it to me forever. All the ice is shattered, and that's exactly what an icebreaker speech is for. Lovely, powerful phrases used. A few which we could improve on were made me to help. Verbs could be really arranged better, and help me work or made me help. There is a mix of prepositions and verbs there, so that could be structured better. Sunglass and reading glass used twice as sunglass and reading glass, but the third time it was used as sunglasses or reading glasses. So I am seeing that this was all stress taking over the speaker. Fine colors of success would be phrased better. excellent colors, bright colors, or colors of success in itself is a phrase which is very standard and used throughout. Oughtness, again, something which grammar does not permit. We could have used a better version. A lots of confidence, a quantifier which cannot be used with an article because that is again for singulars. Say you is to be tell you. Little enough time. Little and enough in itself is an irony. So we could not have them together. A few in the pronunciation, which we could have done better, the MTI taking over. Our is something which is improper. R is proper there. Food with a long oo sound was not said as food, was used as food. Message is message. It's not tangy, it will be tangy. People is the correct pronunciation. Parent is incorrect and should be pronounced as parent. Pas is. With that, I take over excellent phrases from here. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for the English teacher amongst us. Wow, Amrita, you are a teacher. You're an awesome teacher. Fantastic. How well you noted down everything. I love the way you use Excel sheet so that we could really look at every word and every correct and incorrect usage. Superbly done. And I love the way where you went on prompting the table topic speakers to use the word of the day. Even though the table topic master missed it, you went on prompting them. Great job done. Toastmaster Amrita, my only recommendation is two recommendations. One is before the meeting, only ask for the screen share. Okay, so you're ready. There's no interruption in the flow. Another thing, even though she's Nilu D, we can say Toastmaster Nilu. Okay, in a official district. Later on, call her Nilu D, not a problem. That's all for you, Toastmaster Amrita. Loved your role. Now over to Toastmaster Sangeeta for the distinct master role. Toastmaster Sangeeta, what you put in here?
On the basis of today's session, here's my question. My first question is, who said there's no retirement to parenthood? It's a 24/7 job. Yes.
Toastmaster Charulata.
Yes, correct. Toastmaster Charulata. Who said that she's always excited to make deals and negotiations? Who said this line?
Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Yes, correct. It's Toastmaster Lakshmi. Okay. Who said that parents should not cave and lean towards the demand of the children? Who said this line?
Toastmaster Nilu.
Yes, correct. It's Toastmaster Nilu. Who said that she likes all kinds of food, tangy, sweet, spicy?
Toastmaster Mahasweta.
Yes, correct. It's Toastmaster Mahasweta. Okay, how many speakers today participated in table topic?
Five.
Yes, it's 5. And my last question is, who is going to party tonight? And she is looking very beautiful.
Nilu.
Toastmaster Nilu.
Yes, it's Toastmaster Nilu. Thank you so much. That's from my. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for this wonderful role. You kept it short and sweet and very, very entertaining, especially the last question. We all loved it and we all knew the answer, so we were excited to answer it. Now for your role as a Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sangeeta. The first time Sergeant at Arms, you were so sweet and smiling. You are the face of the meeting today, and it was wonderful to start with a sweet and smiling face. It was 1 minute late, but that is okay, honestly. But I was a little confused. You said 29th meeting and your president said 28th meeting. So maybe you could have just checked which meeting it was. And there was a slight disturbance in your mic. So maybe you could have checked it out before the meeting. You had a fantastic introduction of the president. So as the first time Sergeant at Arms, very well done indeed. Quickly going on to the president, Toastmaster Ruchira. Toastmaster Ruchira, you are perfection. Everything you do it perfectly. I don't know. I can't go on praising you enough. You saw guests and you immediately spoke about what Toastmasters is all about. How many presidents have this presence of mind? I didn't have it yesterday when I had so many guests in my meeting. I need to learn this from you. Superbly done. Lovely story about overcoming fear. Very well done. Only suggestion is we presidents usually need to open the meeting either with a clap or the bang of the gavel. And I don't know about WIN Toastmasters, minutes of the meeting. Are you posting it in the group or getting a thumbs up or getting it passed by the members? That needs to be done as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So the minutes of the meeting that the secretary prepares. So a big round of applause to your president, Toastmaster Ruchira. I will come to Toastmaster of the day last because I love her. I love her. Now to come to the table topic master, Toastmaster Reva. Toastmaster Reva, you are such a new Toastmaster, but I love the way how you conducted the table topic session. You were, especially the part when a speaker finished and you had those few encouraging words to say, how you commented on what the speaker said. So well done. You encourage and you were encouraging the guests to participate. You give good points to each speaker. Your introduction of the table topic master was good. Only thing you missed out was the word of the day. You need to encourage the table topic speakers to speak on the word of the day. I would like everybody to give Toastmaster Reva a big round of applause for this fantastic role that she did today. Fantastic quality of topics. We really enjoyed it. It was a little long, but not difficult to understand. So I will not say that don't give such a long topic. It was not difficult to understand. Very, very relatable. Now coming to our beauty queen today, Toastmaster Nilu. How beautiful you look, Nilu. It's so nice when people dress up. Actually, especially in the Gulf, Charulata will agree with me. We all dress up formally for Toastmasters speaking. You know, we really dress up like so. But now it's all virtual. We are very casual. It's beautiful to see you dressed up like this. I love the theme, parenthood. Yes, okay. So many of them are single, but yes, they have parents. They have experienced what parenthood is about. So very, very apt topic for you to choose. I like the way you reached out to each role player, got their perception of parenthood, and you used this to introduce the role players. You introduced the theme, well, the segments, well, the transitions were good. Recommendations, okay. I don't like the interaction with the audience. 2 recommendations, okay. One, when you start your role, you had guests, so maybe you could have said, what is a Toastmaster of the day? What exactly is the role of a Toastmaster of the day? And the second recommendation, today we had men in the meeting. Maybe we could have asked the men a question. Maybe you could have asked men a question. You would have got another perception on parenthood from the men. That is all. Otherwise, I loved your theme. It was very well done. A big round of applause to our beauty queen today. And I'll hand over the watching podium to her. Over to you, Toastmaster Nilu.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for the wonderful feedback. Please give thunderous round of applause for her. So at last, I want to correct my mistake, or I want to inculcate the tips. Toastmaster Amit is here. Toastmaster Amit, if you have kindly unmute yourself and please share your perceptions. What is parenthood according to you? What you feel about it? Please share a few words with us.
So I believe that parenthood is a difficult and amazing job, especially for ladies, and for men's means, especially if I say about myself, I did not get so much time to interact with the children, not so much. And the time that I get, so in that time, I'm just pampering them. And every time when my wife is either yelling on them or beating them, then I stop them. Don't hit my kids. Don't yell on them. So that is my experience with it. But I think that yes, it's a really amazing, challenging, and wonderful experience for the ladies. And we should, means as a man, we should also contribute as much as we can. But there are different things for different people. So that is my takeaway.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit. Please give big round of applause for him. Friends, there are a lot of women here, but I really feel they are single or married or have kids. So I don't have ideas. So I want to ask guest Dipti, are you single or married? If you have some experience, please share your experience too, ma'am.
Yeah. Sorry, you took my name, na? Deepti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am married and I am having twins. So when I am hearing about parenting, it's it's a difficult job. When I am I was working a long time back, not very for a long time, but when I was working, I got these difficulties at home, how to manage work and how to manage home, because I was alone, no in-laws were with me. So at that time I thought to quit that job, and I thought, okay, if my husband is a good provider, and so I can be a good provider as a woman for basic needs for kids, just to take them for tuition and all the other sports activities, because husbands can't do all those things, everything for us every day. So that's the thing, parenting, which comes in my mind, ki it's a little sacrifice which both spouse is also doing and I am also doing. So from both, it's a balancing wheel, like which we have to carry our thing, like, and it's thing like when we are doing it in a balancing way, it goes on very well. So in my opinion, parenting is a tough business, but we have to carry on what it's a choice by us, taken by us.
Thank you so much, guest Dipti, for sharing your thought. And I truly believe how tough to taking care of twins. Today I'm going in both in that party to Rudra and see the name of the kid. They are 7 years old, and when they came to my home, oh my God, in 10 minutes they break my some of the monuments or piece of gifts, some Toastmaster cups. One day they wrote on a wall, Rudra and Sri Rudra. I kept my head and said, please, Renuji, please don't drink this from next time. And yesterday she called me and said, please come to the party. I don't want to go to your home because they will spoil, they will do ups and down in your house. So really, parenting is very tough, and if they are twins, it's really very tough. So, but this is the boon. If we don't have kids, we will feel there's nothing in our life. Without kids, we mother are nothing. So this is our specialty. We have to enjoy, we should enjoy every phase of life. When I was, my daughter was 1 year old and I was working, every time I was suffering how to maintain timing. But now I feel I could live those moments in a better way. So this was the take on this topic today. So now I would like to call the president of WIN Toastmaster Club on the podium. Please give big round of applause for her.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu, our current VP membership and our wonderful Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for conducting such a wonderful session today where everyone got a little bit to take away and got a little time to talk about things that maybe we don't always get a chance to talk about our lives and stories as parents as well. Now, coming to the end of today's session, as I take the guest's introduction, I'd request the Sergeant at Arms to please release the voting form for the remaining 3 role players. And as we do that, I'd like to take All right, let's quickly have the voting done. Toastmaster Reva, please let me know once the voting is over. Toastmaster Reva, are we done with the voting?
Yes, we have the votes.
Okay, so please share the results with me on personal Zoom chat over here. And in the meantime, let me quickly take a little bit of feedback from our guests and Toastmaster guests from other clubs. So we have with us guest Dipti. If you'd like to share your feedback after the session, what your feedback was about the session as a whole.
Yeah, actually, it was really amazing today. I just now I'm feeling happy and it brings a smile to my face, and really it was amazing to hear from such nice people.
Thank
And
you
I
so
want
much.
to join.
Oh, that's lovely. That's
Thanks.
exactly what every VP membership and every member of WIN Toastmasters Club wants to hear. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you could bring a smile to your face at the end of a weekend. I think that's the best thing that we can all take away from today's session. And both Toastmaster Nilu and I would be in touch with you shortly. And on a personal note, it's lovely to see you after all these years.
Yeah. Thank you, Ritisha.
Thank you. And we also have with us Toastmaster Amit, who is a guest Toastmaster. So if you'd like to share your feedback about what it feels like to be the only man in the room right now and your experience about today's session.
So Ruchira, I want to say that I experienced a very energetic and enthusiastic meeting. I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, but as I used to told that like I'm the only man in this room right now, and I also accept that the ladies are leading this industry like communication. So you are doing great job. Everyone in your club is doing great job. Well prepared role player and well presented everything. So that's great.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, and we definitely would love to have you back whenever you're free and possible. We also have with us our speaker, guest Toastmaster Lakshmi. If you'd like to share your feedback about today's session.
Toastmaster Ruchira, I'm sorry, I'm not able to switch on my video,
Not
but it's an excellent session. I mean, thank you for inviting me. It's an innovative Toastmaster Club, what you have started, and definitely we women are well in power. And we will rock the world like anything. Thank you for inviting me, and I look forward to seeing you all again and again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi, and thank you so much for coming here and delivering your wonderful speech here today. Now, I don't think we have any more guests, so I'll quickly announce the results for today's session. Toastmaster Panna, you are a Toastmaster from another club, although you're the mentor of WIN Toastmasters and the GE. But if you just have any unofficial words of wisdom you'd like to share with us before we close.
Words of wisdom I need to take from this club. How beautifully you all have bonded. It's one of the strongest clubs in Kolkata, I think. Maybe I've not been to many clubs outside Kolkata, but I think one of the strongest clubs, not only in the way that you all have bonded, but the quality of your sessions are so wonderful, really. Actually, because I am a part of your WhatsApp group, I take away a lot. I learn a lot from being there. You know, I tell my club, I'm a member of 3 clubs. I tell them, like, we can also do this. We can also do that. So you see, I'm taking back a lot by being a part of this club. You all are doing a great job. Keep continuing this. And the beauty of meetings like this is you get immediate guest conversion. Our guest Dipti really loved the session today, and how beautifully she said, I would like to be a Toastmaster. That is the beauty of this club.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Panna, for that wonderful feedback. Now I'll quickly announce the results for today. So we have, please feel free to unmute yourself and give a round of applause for the winners for today's meeting. We have with us our best speaker, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Our best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Mahashweta. The best category 1 role player is a tie between our TE Toastmaster Panna and Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nilu. Category 2 best role player goes to Grammarian Toastmaster Amrita. The best evaluator for the day goes to Toastmaster Jayati. And the most improved speaker goes to Toastmaster Nilu again. Congratulations on bagging 2 awards today. And with that, we come to the official end of the session. I'll switch off the recording, but